They told her she didn't have the right look, that she wasn't cut out for the skies. Too quiet, too soft-spoken, too simple. But Emma Reeves didn't need noise to make an impact, just altitude. She had grown up in a quiet town in Nebraska where most girls were expected to stay close to home. But Emma was different. From the moment she saw her first jet scream across the sky during an air show at age 8, she was obsessed. She didn't want to watch planes. She wanted to fly them. She graduated top of her high school class and enrolled in a civilian pilot program during college. Her instructors were impressed by her precision and calm under pressure. Still, when she applied to an elite private pilot camp known for producing military and commercial flight talent, she was met with raised eyebrows. "This camp isn't really for you," one recruiter told her, glancing down at her basic application photo. Emma smiled politely. "I'll let my flight record speak." They let her in, barely. From day one, she was an outsider. The other candidates came from military families, had elite connections, or wore their egos like wings. Emma didn't talk much. She studied, she practiced, she flew circles, literally around many of them. But the instructors saw only what they wanted to see. "She's too passive in the cockpit. Not enough command presence. She flies like she's afraid to take risks." The truth, Emma didn't fly recklessly. She flew smart. During a midterm evaluation, she corrected a minor systems error during a mock flight. Instead of praising her for catching it early, the lead instructor accused her of overthinking the scenario. 2 days later, she was pulled aside. "You're out," they said. Just like that. No warning. No second chance. Emma didn't cry. She didn't argue. She packed her bag, walked out of the hangar, and disappeared quietly from the program. Most assumed she'd go home and find something more, her speed. They didn't know Emma. 3 years later, the same camp was hosting its annual Air Expo, with live demonstrations, vendor showcases, and military recruiters in attendance. It was a clear Saturday morning, and the crowd was buzzing, especially with the announcement that an F-22 Raptor, one of the most advanced fighter jets on the planet, would make a surprise flyover. The audience was focused on the sky when they heard it, the distinct roar of twin engines cutting through the air like thunder. The F-22 emerged from the clouds sleek and menacing, and performed a flawless inverted roll, slicing the air above the runway before banking low for approach. But then it did something unexpected. Instead of continuing with a pass and go, it lined up perfectly and touched down, landing directly on the camp's airstrip. Gasps echoed through the crowd. Military personnel rushed toward the jet, confused. This wasn't part of the schedule. The canopy lifted, and out climbed Emma Reeves, helmet in hand, calm, confident, unmistakable. She joined the Air Force after being rejected by the camp, trained harder, scored higher, excelled in every combat simulation and flight exam, and now at 29, she was one of the youngest women certified to fly an F-22. The camp director, now grayer and slower, was speechless. Emma approached him with the faintest smile. "Just thought I'd drop by, see how the real pilots are doing." She didn't gloat, didn't linger. She climbed back into the cockpit, saluted the crowd, and took off with a roar that rattled windows and egos alike. That day, the camp didn't just see a jet, they saw a lesson. Because the quietest people don't always make the smallest impact. Sometimes they just fly higher.